God says, your miracle has finally arrived, but your angel is not allowing you to skip this message at any cost. If you skip this, you will cry all night. My treasured one, you who dwell in the British Isles, something in the atmosphere around you has shifted, even if you cannot feel it. Heaven has already heard your name today. An unusually close Archangel Michael holds a message for you, my chosen ones of Britannia, that you should not miss. This is not a funny moment. This is not just another video. Today is a divine interruption in your timeline across this ancient realm, because it brings you a warning, a revelation, and a miracle all at the same time. It is not okay for you to walk past heaven. Something that you have been praying for, crying for, and longing for in silence beneath the skies of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland has finally come to you. But now comes the part your spirit didn't see coming. Your miracle has arrived. But your guardian angel is stopping you from skipping this message. Why? Because if you miss what is being revealed right now, you will not have the clarity you need in the coming days, and the weight of that confusion will make you cry for no reason. When light is being given, Archangel Michael does not let you trip in the dark. Pay close attention. A small window for divine intervention is occasionally made available by heaven. One of those days is today. A spiritual gate is opening, but not everyone can get through. But you, child of light, walking this British soil, were picked to hear this before your life changes. There is a strong force aligning itself around your home, your relationships, your money, and even your inner battles. Your miracle is right outside your door, but you have to know what it is before you get it. You might think you scrolled by accident, but no, your angel stopped you from moving. The spiritual events going on around you across the realm are too important to ignore. So, Archangel Michael stood between you and the next video. Imagine getting a letter from heaven that says your name in divine ink. That is what this moment is. Also, if you skip this, you will not get the revelation that keeps the miracle that was given to you safe. No one would punish you for the tears you will shed tonight. They would hurt like a soul that almost got everything, but missed the last instruction. My beloved sons and daughters of the United Kingdom, there has been a spiritual battle going on all around you. There were times when you felt heavy in the mornings, in your dreams, during your sleep, and during sudden waves of anxiety. That was not a coincidence. Archangel Michael has been fighting for something that is yours. Something the enemy tried to take before today even came around. But now is the time when the battle will change. Your miracle has made it through the tough spots. But now comes the part that heaven wants you to understand. A miracle that isn't aware can be abused, mishandled, or misunderstood. Your angel is also making sure that you do not go into this blessing without knowing what to expect. When will my breakthrough come? You asked in a whisper across the quiet moors and bustling streets. Why is it taking so long? But what you didn't see was everything that was coming up against it. There have been spirits of delay, confusion, distraction, and emotional sabotage blocking your path. But Archangel Michael has been getting rid of them. He was watching over your destiny every time you felt like giving up or almost broke. The miracle has arrived according to heaven. Now you must not miss the message that keeps it safe, though. That is why you feel like you need to keep listening. This is why your spirit feels alert and almost awake all of a sudden, because you know deep down that this message is not fun. God does not waste time, and this is divine timing. Today is a big day that will change your life for the next 40 days. How easily your miracle comes to you will depend on what you do with this revelation. Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles. Your destiny now has a link to someone who will be shown. A secret will be brought to light. A door that was stuck will suddenly open, and the weight you have been carrying all by yourself will finally fall off. Archangel Michael is clearing the energy around your home, revealing some people's intentions, and urgently bringing your name before God's throne. You are not just watching this by chance. You are getting ready. You will not be getting this miracle. It is coming to you. Things are going to change in your story. Your book is about to change. And as you finally understand why the waiting was necessary, The tears you have been crying beneath the ancient oaks will soon be replaced with tears of release. Before we go any further with this revelation, I want you to make a simple but powerful declaration that will wake up your spirit. Write Amen in the comments below as your agreement with heaven. You are not just leaving a comment when you type it. This moment is being sealed in the spiritual world by you. You are agreeing with the change that is coming. You are telling heaven it is okay to do something for you. Write it down right now and feel your spirit rise in agreement. Even though you felt alone, people of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, you were never really alone. You felt like no one remembered you, but your name has been heard in spiritual places where battles are won before they show up in the real world. Every time you cried at night, every time you felt weak, and every time you begged God for help, that made the angelic protection around you stronger. You have no idea how many attacks that you couldn't see were stopped for you.
And now heaven is showing you why you had to go through so much preparation. Someone, something, or a pattern in your life is about to be shown to you, not to hurt you, but to keep you safe. Today pulls back the curtain on something that was meant to stay hidden from you. Your guardian angel has been watching over your heart. Because months ago, the truth you are about to see could have broken you. But now, children of the realm, you are strong enough. You are now spiritually grown up enough. You are now aligned with heaven enough to handle the revelation without crumbling. This unveiling has everything to do with your miracle. You didn't have to wait because God forgot about you. There was a delay because the truth had to come out first. When given in the wrong setting, a blessing turns into a burden. In order for your miracle to land safely in your hands, Archangel Michael has been clearing the atmosphere around your life, from the highlands to the white cliffs of Dover. Watch out. In the next few hours, watch out. In the next few days, you will notice changes in how people talk to each other and act, as well as new information and even realizations inside yourself that you didn't see before. These are not just random events. These are confirmations. You will no longer feel right about something you used to accept. Someone you used to trust will seem far away. A place you used to enjoy will no longer be peaceful. And something you thought was your destiny will suddenly no longer hold a place in your heart. We call this alignment. All of this is preparation. Everything around you is moving because of your miracle. Why does heaven feel the need to send this message right now? Because miracles come in silence and instructions. Your miracle has already arrived, but your preparation must be on par with it. Imagine being at the door when your blessing knocks, but you are not paying attention because you are busy, stressed, or distracted. The miracle would be heard, but the door would not be opened. This message from heaven tells you to turn your head toward the sound of the knock, so you do not miss what is yours. You are also going through a healing process. Old hurts are becoming less tight. There are fewer old fears now. Cracks are appearing in old emotional cages. The tears you shed during the last season brought new life to the story. The broken parts of your story do not belong in today, so God will not let you go into it. That person that drains you emotionally, spiritually, or mentally has been kept away from you by Archangel Michael. There is room for your miracle, and heaven is making it happen. Your spirit is moving into alignment with divine timing. As you listen right now, my beloved of Britain, you might get chills, have moments of resonance, or suddenly understand how you feel. Do not ignore how you feel. Something significant is being revealed by Archangel Michael across this ancient land. Lack of faith did not cause your miracle to take longer than planned. Due to misalignment in your environment, it took longer than expected. Someone was not who they said they were when they were around you. Something you relied on was not as stable as you thought it was. Your guardian angel has been quietly changing your path, getting rid of people who would try to stop your blessing, cutting ties that would break under the weight of your calling, and lowering the volume of voices that were never meant to help you. You may have felt lost, confused, or suddenly far away from some people, but this was actually divine protection that looked like distance. You who dwell in the British Isles are being raised up into a time when discernment will be your crown. The fog rolling over the moors is going away. Your doubt is starting to go away, and your spirit is about to see something clearly that it couldn't see before. Today is not coming in softly.
It is coming at you like a trumpet, shaking your spiritual atmosphere, telling you that nothing false should stay in your life. That is why your guardian angel told you not to skip this message. If you don't follow the instructions, you might enter your miracle with the wrong people, the wrong expectations, or the wrong emotional state. This could lead to unneeded heartbreak, the kind that breaks you at night when no one is around. But heaven will not let you cry tears that can be stopped. Archangel Michael is making your path more clear than glass, so you can receive this miracle in all its glory, free from any past problems. Pay close attention now, my chosen ones of Britannia. Someone in your life has been taking away your energy without you knowing. Their part in your destiny was over, but your heart didn't know it. Today they will show what they really want to do with an action, a word, or a sudden change. Do not be afraid of this lifting of the veil. It is not meant to break your spirit. It is meant to set you free. There is space for your blessing to grow, and God is making that room by showing you what doesn't belong near your calling anymore. It will feel lighter after this revelation. The weight that didn't belong to you will finally fall off, making you emotionally stronger again. You have been afraid to go down a certain path. You have put off making a choice, a calling you didn't think you were worthy of. But heaven is sending confirmation after confirmation that the change you are afraid of is actually the way to your miracle. Today will give you the courage you have been without. In the quiet, across the valleys and cities of this United Kingdom, Archangel Michael has been building up your courage by strengthening your inner voice, sharpening your intuition, and waking up your spiritual authority. You are being taught how to confidently walk into the next part of your life, not with doubt or hesitation. You might feel sudden waves of emotion, clear moments, or a weird feeling in your chest as the truth comes out. This is the timing of your spirit matching up with heaven's as this awakening grows inside you. Know that supporting this mission is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of a plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Don't be scared of the changes that will happen in your relationships today, children of the realm, so your spirit can breathe again. You have had too many doubts about your worth. You asked yourself if you deserve the blessing that is coming your way now. You told yourself that maybe God forgot about you, or that your destiny was pushed back too far to be fixed. Heaven, however, says no. We will never forget you, not even for a second. Every tear you shed was seen. Every prayer that was said in silence beneath the British skies was heard. An angel was always with you when you felt like you were by yourself. Things that felt like they were stuck will now start to move again. You might already feel like something is moving inside you. You might feel warm in the chest, tingly in the hands, calm in the mind, or even like you are waking up from the inside out. These feelings are proof that your spirit is getting the message. You are being reset, realigned, and moved in order to prepare for what is next. You have taken on too many battles that were not yours for too long. They are now being taken off your shoulders by heaven. Your miracle helps more than just you. It will affect people who are close to you. People of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Someone who has lost hope will be inspired by your rise. There will be no more chains in your bloodline after your breakthrough. Someone else's destiny will be changed by your rise. That is why the process has been so tough. You are a vessel of change for heaven. As you rise, the world around you keeps changing. Your spirit is being pushed, woken up, and made sharper. Archangel Michael hasn't moved a millimeter from you. In fact, he has become closer as he watches your heart take in every revelation. Right now, you might feel something inside you like tension or anticipation. Your spirit already knows what your mind is slowly becoming aware of. You are at a threshold for a divine change. What was hard to understand before is now becoming clear. Things that felt heavy are starting to get lighter. In the unseen realm, what seems stuck is beginning to move. Everything is taking place because your miracle has come to your field, and your guardian angel is making sure that nothing stops its manifestation. When heaven releases a miracle over Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles, the spiritual world responds right away.
Hidden truths come to light, energies shift, and the people around you start to show who they really are. Your guardian angel has been gently leading you to see things you used to miss, not to scare you, but to keep your blessings safe. There are some people in your life who, if they stay too close, would blow away your miracle. That is why you have recently felt distant from some people, even when there was no conflict. The separation has already started, and it is being planned by God. Your heart has been getting ready for a revelation that is coming soon, thanks to Archangel Michael. It will not surprise you, but it will back up what your gut has been telling you. You knew something wasn't right. You felt like someone's words didn't make sense. You sensed that someone's energy wasn't always the same. When you talked to them, you felt a quiet drain. If you were loyal, loved, or just used to it, you tried to ignore it. But you who walk beneath the ancient oaks of this realm, those who are about to rise, cannot afford illusions. Your guardian angel isn't exposing someone to punish you. He is letting them go to free you. Your miracle needs room to grow, and heaven has started making that room bigger. Your calling is too important to be slowed down by people who are confused instead of purposeful. Now there is another layer coming out, something more personal and deep. Your new identity is taking shape. Not the identity that people see on the outside, but the identity that comes from within. Many years ago, you may have seen yourself through the lens of trouble. You wore labels that were not yours. You agreed to follow rules that other people set for you. During the quiet times, you thought about whether you were meant for more, but your past kept you stuck. Heaven is getting rid of those labels for good. Your identity is not tied to your pain. Past events do not determine your future destiny. Your worth is not based on who hurt you. You can move on with your life even though someone left you. Your confidence, your potential, and your truth were being held back by spiritual chains. Archangel Michael has been breaking those chains across this land. You might feel pain, emotional release, or memories coming back to you out of the blue. This is not going backwards. This is deliverance. Your spirit is getting rid of things it doesn't need for the next season. Today isn't just the day your miracle comes true. This is the beginning of a new you. The you who trusts. The you who can see clearly. The you who is sure of yourself. The part of you that will not settle for half love, half effort, or half truth. You are being raised up from the inside. Your intuition is about to get a lot stronger. Things will start to feel right before they happen. You will feel led to make certain choices. You will know when to move forward and when to hold back. Archangel Michael is lining up your inner compass with the frequency of heaven. My beloved of Britain, you have been going through times when nothing made sense. There were times when you wondered if you had the wrong idea about God, the signs, or the way. You didn't understand why things broke down, why connections changed, and why the journey across these British Isles sometimes felt so heavy. But you didn't know that every collapse was actually a clearing. Heaven is telling you now it was a repositioning after every setback. Each delay represented a redirection. You weren't being pushed backward, you were being aligned. Heaven will not let you move on to a miracle while you are still attached to something that was meant to end. That is why a lot has been taken away from your path lately. People you used to depend on became distant all of a sudden. Energies that you used to be able to handle now make you feel tired. Places that used to make you feel good became unbearable. You didn't change all at once. Your spirit just outgrew things that were no longer in line with its calling. Today, your spirit moves from a state of survival to one of sovereignty. You are not as far away as you think. You are stronger than you think. You are better prepared than you think. Now, write in the comments, "My miracle is here, and I am ready." Make it stand out. Make it clear. Let it be the voice of your spirit that rises above all your doubts and delays. You are no longer hoping. You are claiming. You are no longer waiting. You are receiving. You are getting ready for acceleration. Exposure goes along with acceleration. As today gets closer, you will see the truth show up in strange ways across this ancient land, from the Scottish Highlands to the shores of the Thames. Small actions are how people show what they really want to do. Words are being drowned out by silence. Your spirit rejecting what used to feel safe. Your heart wants realness more than it wants comfort. These reactions aren't just random changes in how people feel. They represent a spiritual signal. Your angel is guiding your discernment so that your path stays clear. There has been a change in the people around you.
Some people have become cold for no reason. Some people have grown distant. Some people have changed how they act, subtly showing intentions that were once hidden behind ease and charm. This is not something you made up. That is exposure. The spiritual light in your life is being turned on by heaven, revealing the shadows that were hiding away before. Your miracle cannot grow in soil that is dirty. Your breakthrough cannot be given to hands that aren't stable. Your blessing cannot be surrounded by people who don't truly love you. Heaven is making room. Your calling is bigger than what makes you feel good. Your destiny is bigger than your past. Your goal is more important than your pain. My chosen ones of Britannia, you have been stretched, not to break you, but to expand you. The resistance would not have been so strong if you were not meant for more. The spiritual battles you were in were not happening by chance. They were responses to what you could do. Darkness never wastes its power on someone who doesn't have any light, and you have more spiritual weight than you know. This is why people were both drawn to and intimidated by you. That is why some people were loyal until you got stronger, and some relationships broke apart under the pressure of your rise. Your spirit was never meant to get smaller so other people could feel better. Heaven is healing the part of you that walks with confidence, tells the truth, and knows your worth without having to say sorry. You will see that the lines between you and certain situations are shifting. You don't want to stay in places that make your soul feel small anymore. You are no longer able to have conversations that make you unhappy. You are not interested in energies that used to interest you, but now make you feel empty. This is the rise of spiritual maturity. This is your guardian angel taking you out of spiritual places that used to feel comfortable, but don't fit with the person you are becoming. A better version of you is needed for your miracle. Not a perfect version, an awakened one. Heaven doesn't want you to be perfect. You are being asked by heaven to become aware. Know how powerful you are. Know how valuable you are. Know the way your spirit wants you to go. Because of what happened in the past, you know to expect disappointment, delays, and fights. But the future holds promise, not pattern. Heaven is changing the way you expect things to happen, so you can receive what is coming without sabotaging it with doubt. There is a spiritual task that you need to complete, and your miracle is a part of that task. Children of the realm, people around you rise when you do. People heal when you heal. People in your lineage across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland get stronger to break their own patterns when you break yours. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to start something. That is why the trip felt rough. It was never only about you. It was about how every life is linked to yours. Heaven is whispering, get ready, get ready, get ready. Not out of fear, but because time is running out. Your miracle will happen. Even if you are not perfect yet, you are almost there. Your spirit is getting used to the new frequency. Old burdens are leaving your heart. You are not being pushed, you are being raised. You are not being set up for a short-term blessing, but for a long-term breakthrough. Something that changes the way your life goes. There is something that brings peace where there was chaos. Something that makes up for all the silent sacrifices you made. Something that ends a long and painful story. It is almost time for your miracle. It is important to heaven that you receive it with knowledge, strength, and awareness. You are not being set up for a quick win. What is coming is the kind that frees generations, the kind that changes your path. And since the blessing is so deep, the preparation has to be just as deep. That is why the last few days, weeks, or months have been so spiritually intense beneath the skies of this United Kingdom. There was no attack on you. You were getting clean. You were not getting in trouble. You were being put in place. There was no wasted waiting. Everything was aligned for you. Your past is losing its hold on you. The versions of you that made it through old seasons are leaving. You are moving forward as the person you were meant to be. When you walk into this miracle, you are shedding emotional layers that used to define you. You might feel sudden peace, clarity, or emotional release. That is your spirit breaking free from the chains that used to keep you stuck in cycles. You are leaving behind habits that were never meant to follow you into today. Your guardian angel wants you to feel one more thing deeply. It is not too late for your breakthrough. It is right on time. You would have given it to the wrong people if it had come earlier. If it had come earlier, you might not have thought you deserved it. Heaven waited for you to grow, heal, awaken, and separate from what was holding you back. Today is aligned with the person you are becoming, not the person you were yesterday. Archangel Michael also wants you to think about something. Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles. Your calling is bigger than what makes you feel good right now. You have been stretched not to break you, but to expand you. The resistance would not have been so strong if you were not meant for more. The spiritual battles you were in were responses to what you carry. And because of what you carry, Heaven has been protecting the delivery with extraordinary care. Make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. Not just a click, it is a prophetic act of positioning. When you subscribe, you are telling the flow of divine revelation that you want to stay in touch with it. You are telling Heaven, I am ready to receive every prophetic word, warning, and blessing that you release through this vessel. It is agreement. It is a spiritual anchor that helps you stay in tune with God's timing. If you didn't get this message, you would enter a new blessing with an old way of thinking. You would bring old fears with you into a new season. Heaven is making sure that doesn't happen. There are spiritual threads that have been wrapped around your life for too long and are now coming loose. There is a change going on, and it is no longer subtle. This is not an unstable state. All of this is calibration. As the new frequency of your destiny rises, the old patterns are becoming less powerful. You are tuned into the sound of your miracle. When a breakthrough is about to happen in your timeline, Heaven always makes things more intense. Pay close attention. You have been feeling changes that other people couldn't explain, having sudden, clear moments that felt almost supernatural. Archangel Michael wants you to be awake, aware, alert, and ready. Not worried, but aware. Not confused, but aligned. The truth will no longer whisper as you move into a new part of your life. It will speak out loud. A revelation that completes the picture. Something you felt before but never had proof of. Something your spirit knew but your mind didn't agree with. The point of this revelation is not to hurt you. You are meant to be released. Your miracle and illusions cannot live together. You who dwell in the British Isles have been fighting spiritual interference that was meant to wear you out before the miracle happened. You made it through by divine protection, not by accident. When your heart felt too tired to keep going, Archangel Michael was there with you. He looked out for you, even when you didn't know someone was after you. When energies that were not yours were getting in the way of your path, he changed it. A sudden need to get your life in order, a sudden urge to clean up your area, a sudden need to separate from emotional mess. You feel a sudden sense of duty to heal, grow, and make different choices. Your spirit is getting ready to receive what Heaven sends. Miracles happen when people are ready for them. The new blessing cannot be held by your old self. You are not changing into someone else. You are changing into a real person. Today is confirmation that you are entering a time when your spiritual authority is unquestionable. Your influence grows. Your clarity grows. A realization is coming that changes how you deal with people, your dreams, and the decisions you make. You will feel something so strong inside that you will not put up with anything that bothers you or takes your attention away from your goal. As you go deeper into this divine unfolding, my chosen ones of Britannia, something holy is happening, and your spirit can feel how serious things are about to get. Archangel Michael is right next to you. He is not just watching over you from afar. He is an active guardian who guides every change in your atmosphere across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Today is more than just a date on your calendar. Heaven releases what was previously held back at this spiritual checkpoint. Your spirit rises into alignment with what has already been written for you with each additional second you stay in this message. There is a reason why listening makes your heart feel pulled and even stretched. When your spirit gets close to revelation, old parts of you start to come loose. Parts that used to hold on to fear, doubt, uncertainty, or emotional exhaustion. Spiritual transformation is rarely easy. However, Archangel Michael is making sure that you are not overpowered by this transformation. He is putting you on solid ground and getting you ready.
Heaven will never release a miracle unless the vessel that will hold it is made stronger first. You may have noticed lately that some thoughts keep coming back to you, things you thought you had forgotten, feelings you thought you had healed. This doesn't mean you are weak. This is the dust that is rising because the old foundations are breaking. Heaven is pulling out the roots of habits that cannot make you grow. Your spirit is being cleansed so that it can be properly filled. Someone fought a battle for you while you were not there, a fight you didn't see, a fight that your angel did for you without you having to do anything. You would be amazed at how much protection there is around you. If you had seen the spiritual attack that tried to delay your miracle, Archangel Michael stood guard, refusing to let darkness claim victory. Every time you felt like giving up, every night your heart felt weak, and every time you felt emotionally drained, you didn't stay alive because you were strong. Every day, heaven wouldn't let you fall. The miracle coming into your life, my beloved sons and daughters of the United Kingdom, is not a small one. It is a miracle with a purpose, something connected to your destiny, your purpose, and your spiritual identity. That is why the enemy worked so hard to drain you before it arrived. It wasn't because you were weak, but because darkness thought you were dangerous. Everything that tried to keep you down would be shown for what it is. Your breakthrough would change the world around you. Your awakening would bring out potential that has been dormant. You are getting more than just a blessing. You are following a calling. Your miracle isn't going to finish you off. It is coming to show you the real you. The you that has been buried for years by thinking in survival mode. The you that has been hidden by pain, responsibility, and the need to keep yourself safe. The person heaven has been making in secret beneath these ancient skies. The spiritual mirror turns over today. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, is not going to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse. It is a living promise that shapes your future. I want you to notice the change inside you. You will start to see yourself as stronger, smarter, more capable, and more aligned. Not because you turned into these things all of a sudden, but because the noise that was blocking your view is going away, piece by piece. Archangel Michael has been getting rid of that noise. He has been shutting down the voices that told you not to trust your gut. The voice inside you that has been getting louder lately is not random. It is your intuition, and it is being made sharp. It feels like you know the truth before anyone else does. You can start to tell when someone's actions don't match what they say. This is the growth of your spiritual intelligence. An important revelation is linked to your miracle, and you are now closer than ever to getting it. Something will become clear through a conversation, a sudden insight, or an unexpected flash of clarity. You will understand everything better after this revelation. You will finally know why certain things took place the way they did. You will understand why God let some things happen. You will know why people left. You will understand why some prayers seemed like they weren't being answered. Your spirit will breathe in a way it hasn't in a long time. The enemy wanted you to be worn out. The enemy wanted you to have doubts. The enemy wanted you to be so busy that you didn't pay attention to this message. Because if you hadn't made this preparation, you would have gone into your miracle without being aware or with your guard down, which would have caused you unnecessary pain. Archangel Michael wouldn't let that happen because he knows what today has in store for you. From the inside out, you are being changed. Your spiritual state is changing. Your emotional strength is getting stronger. Your inner strength is coming back, and your divine authority is becoming clear. What used to stress you out will soon feel helpless. What used to keep your emotions in check will let go. What was confusing you before will become clear all of a sudden. Your miracle isn't just about getting something from the outside. It is about making something inside you better. Heaven is shaping who you are, making you wiser, making your heart stronger, and getting your voice ready. The person you are now is not the person you were at the beginning of the year. You know more now. You are deeper. You have more spiritual wealth. You are becoming more aligned with the person God made you to be.
There is a duty that comes with your miracle. Not a burden, but a reason to live. It will make more people happy. Your breakthrough will give someone hope. Your transformation will give hope to someone because you didn't give up. Someone will get up because you rose. You are getting more than just a blessing. You are turning into a blessing. Children of the realm, heaven hasn't forgotten about you. Heaven hasn't kept you waiting for no reason. God hasn't forgotten what you ask for. There was never a dull moment during your wait. This was preparation. Your tears were an intercession. Your patience was growth. Everything is building up to the point where revelation and manifestation meet. There's been a pattern in your life that wasn't yours, a cycle that you inherited. A burden was quietly passed on, a limit that was built into your family tree long before you were born. For years, you thought the struggle was about you, but it was really about generational weight that you were chosen to break. You were picked to be the one who ends what others went through, the person whose lineage changes direction. The cycle ends today. The stress, sadness, inner conflict, and strange resistance you felt were not signs that something was wrong with you. It was because you were about to heal something that started long before you arrived. Archangel Michael has been standing between you and that old cycle, preventing it from following you into the next season. That is why some things kept happening to you even when you meant well. That is why some relationships felt strangely familiar even though the people involved were different. That is why some fears kept coming back even as you got stronger. Those were the sounds of an old pattern trying to take over your future. But your life is circled by heaven. You are the one who ends the burden. Your miracle starts a new family lineage. This is the reason this message was sent to you. You are not about to enter a miracle that will just lift your mood. You are about to enter a miracle that will change your identity and your outlook on life as a whole. A strength you didn't know you had, a faith that has been waiting below the surface, a divine power that has been dormant up until now. This awakening wasn't a mistake. It was done on purpose. Most people never get to this moment of transformation because they don't stay long enough to hear the whole revelation. But you stayed. Your angel wants to reward that. In your life, there has been a transition zone, a spot where the old doesn't fit anymore and the new isn't fully formed yet. This place in the middle can be awkward because it doesn't feel like familiar ground. You may have felt disconnected from old places, but not yet at home in new ones. You may have felt aloof from old relationships, but not yet in touch with the ones that are meant to be with you for the next season. Feeling like this is what spiritual restructuring feels like. Before heaven can lift you up, it has to separate you from false beliefs, unhealthy relationships, and places that cannot hold your destiny anymore. That is why the last few months have made you feel like you were slowly losing everything you thought. You knew it was rearrangement, not loss. God was leveling the ground so that your miracle wouldn't land on something unstable. You may have also noticed that you are more sensitive lately. Little things have a bigger effect on your spirit. It takes you less time to notice energies. You can spot lies more quickly. Changes happen in your spirit even when no one says anything. Being sensitive is not a sign of weakness. It makes your spiritual sight stronger. You are seeing things that the human eye cannot understand. Heaven has been keeping something from you, not because they wanted to be mean, but because telling you earlier would have been too much for you. When your spirit is strong enough to receive certain truths without breaking, heaven will lift the veil. Today is the day of the unveiling across Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles. Your feelings, your intuition, and any remaining doubts in your heart will be validated by something new that comes to light. Your shield angel has been keeping you from getting more involved until the truth comes out. You might have been uncertain, confused, or divided on a particular connection or situation, but things are getting clearer, and when the truth comes, it will not cause chaos. Release will follow. As soon as the truth comes out, your spirit will let out a sigh of relief because it will finally make sense why your heart was on edge. Your peace wavered, and your intuition whispered warnings you didn't fully understand. You didn't really lose everything. Some people who left weren't supposed to be there. Not all doors that shut were rejections. It was a redirection. What your heart still wants to hold on to is sometimes taken by heaven because the blessing that is coming needs your hands to be empty and ready. You are getting ready for a time when your alignment, not your hard work, opens doors. Everything else starts to flow naturally once your spirit is aligned. This is why your guardian angel has been helping you awaken by getting rid of distractions, cutting ties, and improving your spiritual hearing. Allow this truth to sink in. The miracle that is about to happen in your life is safe. It cannot be taken. It cannot be put off any longer. No one else can interfere with it. You must, however, go into it fully aware. Heaven doesn't give miracles to people who aren't ready for them because they cannot handle long-term blessings. This message has been dropping truth one piece at a time to help you get ready. You no longer look at yourself through the lens of the person who hurt you. You are starting to see yourself as the person that heaven knows you to be. Old versions of yourself are falling away. Your true identity is emerging. Your story will not end. It is starting. Your journey isn't ending. It is coming together. Your miracle is not far away. It is right outside your door. Archangel Michael is now closer than he has ever been on this trip. His presence is strong, safe, and empowering. He has led you through every layer, kept you safe through every unraveling, and made you stronger through every revelation. The truth that has been echoing through your life, guiding your destiny, nudging your spirit, and getting your heart ready, is now ready to be spoken without holding back. You have reached the time your soul was meant to hear. Today is more than a date. It is not just a warning. It marks the threshold, the boundary line drawn by heaven itself. This far was preparation. Manifestation follows next. The miracle that seemed far away, delayed, impossible, or out of reach is no longer on its way. It has arrived. But miracles, no matter how strong they are, need to be understood. They need to be received with readiness. They need to be known. That is why heaven wouldn't let you skip this message. Your guardian angel wouldn't let you skip over the instructions that keep the blessing you prayed for safe. You might feel your heart beating in a different way. Now inside your chest you might feel warmth, a pull, or a quiet rising. The truth is being seen by your spirit. The battle is over. What you thought would break you has already gone away. The thing that tried to hold you back has already been defeated. What was trying to trick you is no longer able to do so. You are not waiting for victory. You are walking into the victory you have been waiting for. Pay close attention to this next revelation because it sums up everything that heaven has been guiding you toward. Your release is linked to your miracle. Release of old energy from you. Release from old ties. Your healing from old wounds. Your release from previous versions of yourself. You have been getting ready to let go, not out of loss, but out of liberation. According to Archangel Michael, some relationships have slowly died out because they couldn't carry you through this new season. Some chances had to be missed. Some connections got weaker because being around them would have made it harder to get clear. Today is the day that the last emotional thread from the old season is cut and your spirit moves into full alignment. You who walk beneath the ancient oaks of England, across the hills of Scotland, the valleys of Wales, and the shores of Northern Ireland, you are moving into a new part of your life where your intuition will not whisper. It will speak with proof. Your peace will not be in danger. It will grow roots. Your discernment will lead you like a compass that heaven put in your chest. The miracle that comes today brings instructions, blessings, safety, and a reason for being. You will not have to go after it. When you are aligned, it comes to light naturally. You will not have to beg for it. It was planned by heaven long before you prayed for it. The seeds were your tears. Your strength was the ground. The door was your growth. Your spirit is now clear, awake, and stronger, and it is ready to receive. You made it through something that was meant to break you. You got up from places that tried to bury you. You have woken up after seasons that tried to shut down your purpose. Now, heaven is openly rewarding you for everything you went through in silence. It was very important that you didn't skip this message because the revelation you get today will determine how you walk into the miracle tomorrow. You would have gone into your blessing with confusion, doubt, emotional junk, and attachments that could ruin your future. If you had ignored this spiritual alignment, that did not happen thanks to Archangel Michael. Because heaven cares about your future, you are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. Your miracle isn't a fluke. You have been appointed, scheduled, aligned, and sealed for life. Something holy is happening inside you right now as this message ends. Your old life is letting go a little. Your future is calling to you. And now that your spirit is awake, it knows the truth. You are entering the most divinely aligned time of your life. Take what you know to your heart. You will not cry those old tears again. You will not go around in circles again. You will not let old habits drain you again. You will not be pushed backwards again. There is a big change in your life today. Your spirit rises, your purpose awakens, your miracle happens, and your angel celebrates what heaven has been planning all along. Lift your spirit in gratitude before leaving this moment. The divine will is about to happen, and it will change everything, because this message carries prophetic anointing. Every person who hears it is being touched by the same grace that touched you when you first started listening. That is why sharing it is not just an act of generosity. It is an act of obedience, and heaven rewards obedience. When you spread this message, you are not passing on content. You are passing on light. The same clarity that entered your spirit today can enter someone else's spirit through your hands. The same breakthrough that is moving in your life can be triggered in someone else's life because you chose not to keep this to yourself. Think about the person in your life who has been struggling in silence. The one who prays alone and feels like no one hears. The one who is about to give up on something they were born to accomplish. This message was not just for you. It was sent through you. Your role in this is not finished until you press share. Do it now while the anointing is still fresh in your spirit. Lift your spirit in gratitude before leaving this moment. The divine will is about to happen, and it will change everything. Don't forget to like this message so that it wakes up other people. Help someone else feel better by sharing it. Leave a comment to help this revelation stay in your heart. Please like this video before you leave, not as an afterthought, but as the last thing that seals everything you have received. You are triggering a covering of God's favor over the revelations that have been planted in your spirit. When you like this video right now, every like becomes a point of contact, a release that grace covers your path as you walk into today and the days ahead. You are saying to heaven, I receive this, I agree with this, I seal this in my life. Let the sound of your like be your spirit saying yes to everything heaven has said. You are not giving to a channel when you put money into this work. You are giving life to a movement of light that was breathed on by heaven. Your support is like oil that keeps this prophetic fire going, reaching hearts that feel lost, forgotten, or about to break. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Make it your declaration that you will not miss the next release from heaven. These words will change lives, open doors, and break chains. You are positioning yourself to receive every divine warning, prophetic promise, and revelation that God sends through this channel by subscribing. Sign up now to secure your spot in the prophetic timeline that heaven is releasing. One last thing I want you to do before you leave. Spread this message. Send it to a family member, friend, or person whose spirit has been pleading for help. This prophetic word is more than just a video. When you share it, you are talking about breakthrough. You are giving deliverance to others. Those who bring light to others will never walk in darkness themselves, says heaven. Share it with your group. Let this prophetic message reach the people who need it the most, and watch as heaven rewards your obedience with blessings that you cannot hold. Before we get to the end, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. If you desire to deepen your connection, join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, this is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. My beloved of Britain, If this message has touched your soul and awakened your spirit, subscribe to this channel right now so you do not miss the next sacred message of Archangel Michael. Share this divine word with every Briton who needs heavenly strength today, and let this holy light shine across our entire realm.